What's up, everybody? Welcome to another exciting edition of the Low Budget Show with Damon Millard. I'm Damon Millard. Welcome to Season 2. We got a really great show for you. On today's show, we have the very funny, good friend of mine, Mr. Johnny Beehner is here. We talk comedy, we talk family, we talk David Letterman appearance. We also have shit on the internet. We're going to talk about time travel. It's a really good one. I got an exciting announcement to make. And so, you guys ready? You ready to do this? Season 2. This is technically episode 22, but I guess we're going to restart it, sort of. It's newer, improveder, more low budgeter. And yeah, so I'm pretty excited. I've been trying to get Johnny Beehner on the show for a long time. Close to 2 weeks. I called him and he was like, yes, immediately. So it was very good that I was able to get him here with, all that trouble. If you got anything you want to talk about, let's get this stuff out of the way. My new email address, damon@damonmillardcomedy.com. Send me an email there about anything whatsoever. Or you could always check me out on Instagram or Twitter at Laughingcock, at LAUGHINGCOK. It's been quite a while since I did a show. The last show I did was with I don't really remember. Kate Sedgwick was our last guest, the last guest of season 1. And I want to look at this. I got a new sign. It's got lights. It's got words on it, so it's pretty exciting. This was a $3 sign. We're still very cheap here at the Low Budget Show. No one has put any more money into our budget. In fact, one of our new secrets is we go to Craigslist, the free section, and we look around in there. And so far, we've gotten some used syringes. We've also gotten dirt, so we have a lot of dirt outside. Another thing that's new is we're coming to you from San Diego, California. I've spent the last little bit of time here in California, and it's kind of cool. I don't understand why New York has so many more homeless people than California. I mean, they got their share here, too, but, here you can just walk down the street, and food grows on trees here, man. It's, I want an orange. Ping, meeting an orange, like that. California, dude. I'm going to be here, listen to this, I'm going to be here probably for close to a year if Robin doesn't kick me out, so pretty excited about that. We signed a lease, we got a nice apartment, and I'm going to see what I can do out here for a little bit. I got a couple things going on. Here's my big news, you guys ready for my big news? Okay, check this out. First of all, I recorded an album in February back in Milwaukee. That was pretty cool. It was very, very funny. And, man, the shows were awesome. I did a Friday and a Saturday at the Underground Collaborative. A lot of people came out. A lot of people I hadn't seen in a long time. So I really want to thank you guys for doing that. And the shows were great. I had 2 really good shows. Saturday was better than Friday. Because there was A, more people, and B, it was timed out better. To be honest with you, only hours before Friday's show did I actually figure out the order of the hour. I'm sitting in a Starbucks just a couple hours before showtime, and I'm piecing it together as we're going. You know what I mean? It was pretty bananas. And so anyway, I get it all done, and I send it out to a few record labels, and here's my big announcement. It actually got picked up by the biggest comedy company in North America, Comedy Dynamics. So my album Shame, Pain, and Love will be coming out July 8th, just a little over a month from now on Comedy Dynamics. The thing with the album was I got an email and they were like, hey, we're really interested in distributing your album. Let's talk more about it. And I just happened to be going to LA that week. So I emailed them back. I was like, hey, I'm going to be in LA on these dates. And So I went there and I had my Hollywood lunch with one of the top guys at Comedy Dynamics. The dude just walks me down this hallway and there's this huge bookshelf just full of like CDs, comedy specials, you know? And so he goes, "Yeah, help yourself." So I just start pulling them off the shelf, you know, one at a time. You know, I got this one and I got this one, and I just start filling up my shirt. You know, all right, I'm exaggerating, but I did pick up a couple of them. This one's a real special one. Check this one out. Ron Funches, the Funches of Us. This one's a really good one, and then I picked this one up just because it was. Well, I mean, I like Hicks. It was really close to me, but they just re-released this two disc Bill Hicks thing. It's got some rare shit on here. It's really cool, bro. Check this out. It's awesome, and here's something cool. I'm gonna give these away. Here's what you got to do to get them, though. Go to my website. It's DamonMillardComedy.com. There's 2 or 3 different places where you can put your email in and sign up for the mailing list. If you do that, I'm going to draw 2 random people, and then I'll send them that. One person's going to win this double CD Bill Hicks Rant in E minor, and someone's going to win this The Funches of Us by Ron Funches, and it's I'm going to give those away. Sign up for my mailing list. There's a lot of cool things that I'm doing on there that you can't get anywhere else. It's going to be out July 8th on Comedy Dynamics, and it'll be available on their website. You can order physical CDs. You can go to iTunes and download it. Google Plus. It's going to be playing on Sirius XM. So super excited. It's probably the best thing that's ever happened to me in comedy so far. We'll see though, man. I mean, this is a lifetime journey. I'll be at this for a long time. Speaking of which, man, you never stop paying your dues. Last night I was at like probably the most miserable open mic I've ever been to. I was at the Madhouse Comedy Club here in San Diego. They do open mic 7 days of the week, and so on Sunday you gotta email your availables in to see like which, you know, what open mics you want to try and get on, and but if you don't make the list, you can still show up to the club and put your name on the alt list, which, they start throwing those people up after the regular list is done or if someone doesn't show up. And I've been doing this for quite a while now, a few weeks, and I always go up so late. Nobody knows me there. It's miserable. So last night was probably the absolute worst open mic I ever went to. Okay, it's Memorial Day today, and so last night there was an actual bunch of people in the audience, so I was like, oh, this is going to be dope. But, like, open mic comedy, man, it's brutal to sit through sometimes, so people are getting walked, like, one after the other, and it's getting bad. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this guy in the audience, who I guess had signed up to go up, he just grabs his head. Right? This is as the host is about to introduce the next comic. He grabs his head and he goes, "Oh!" like for a long time. And the thing is, I was like, yeah, this dude's not killing up there, but, I don't think it was that bad. But he hits the ground, right? He just hits the ground and, like, they drag him out. I never found out what happened with that, but, comedy, bro. Paying them dues, kid. Here's a segment I like to call Shit on the Internet. This is the part of the show where I talk about shit that I saw on the internet. Today, let's talk about the Cincinnati Zoo and the 4-year-old kid who fell into the gorilla thing, man. So, if you don't know about this, which I don't know how you wouldn't, here's what happened. A mother with some kids, one of them being a 4-year-old boy, go to the Cincinnati Zoo, and the kid's like, yo, look how dope that shit is in there, and that gorilla shit. And, so he jumps in, he's like, what up, Geronimo, cannonball, and he falls 20 feet, cracks his head open, and, he's just out cold for a while. And then these gorillas come over and they're like, "Yo, what's this white kid doing in here?" You know? And so I don't know if I want to talk about this. Do I want to talk about this? Yeah, probably. Anyway, they kill this gorilla because they can't have him going around mangling a little 4-year-old boy up. You know, that's bad PR. Although, the more I think about it, gorillas are more rare than people. People are shit. There's people everywhere, man. It's just another person who's going to grow up to eat Chipotle, get a cell phone plan, get in your way. He's one more person you got to wait behind at Starbucks. I mean, what's the big fucking deal, really? You know, your kids aren't special. I'm not special. You're not special, dude. You know? So, honestly, I think the Cincinnati Zoo made the wrong choice. Yep, I'm going with that. That's right. Hate mail or hate tweets can go to Damon Millard. Damon at DamonMillardComedy.com, or you can send me a hate tweet right here at LaughingCock. Some other shit on the internet is there's this thing going around about there's this old Tyson fight from the 90s. There's this video that surfaced. There's this dude at the fight, right? This video surfaces. There's this dude at the fight, and it's in the 90s, mid-90s, and this guy has like what people are calling like a smartphone, and he's recording the fight. And people are trying to say that this is a time traveler because it's the 90s and his technology seems more advanced than the time era. And here, I'll show a shot of it right now. You're probably looking at it. And first of all, let me just say this. Why the fuck would a time traveler go to a stupid Mike Tyson fight? Is that really what the future's all about? I'm not really that excited for the future if people are like, yo, let's get out of here and go check out an old Mike Tyson fight. You know? Secondly, I don't know why people go to football games or baseball games or any type of sporting event or live event that has actual network coverage and tape it themselves on their own devices. Like, hey, you know that really good thing you saw on TV? Here's my personal shitty version of it. Why would you? And why waste time traveling there? If you have a time machine to do anything you want to do, there's so much better stuff than watching Mike Tyson punching dude, you know? Oh, man. Why didn't you go to the rape that Mike Tyson did? Oh, that's probably got to get cut out of here. Oh, boy. Anyway, time travel, it's not real, dude. First of all, there's no way, you know. Time's not like a real thing, you know? It's just a measure of I don't know what time is, to be honest with you, now that I think about it. So anyway, did this guy time travel to see a Mike Tyson fight? I highly doubt it. Also, if he did, we should invent a time machine, go back and kick his ass at the Tyson fight. But anyway, that's that. Time travel, probably not real. I don't know. Anyway, stay tuned. I got a really funny interview coming up, and a really good interview with Mr. Johnny Beehner, and so let's go check that out. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Low Budget Show. Joining me now is our guest, Mr. Johnny Beehner.
Hello, everybody.
It's so good to see you. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, so right now we're in San Diego, and you're here performing?
I'm performing at the Comedy Palace and Comedy Madhouse.
Have you ever done that before? Have you ever
last time I did, yes. I did it, not back and forth 4 shows, but I did a guest set. So I did Madhouse, Comedy Palace, Madhouse.
Ah.
And that was when I first met Zach at the Comedy Palace and just did it like a guest set. And now I'm doing 4. So back and forth a bunch of times.
You gotta hustle like that. If you
gotta hustle out here on the West Coast.
That's
no
right.
time to rest.
Yeah. So, how long you been at it? How long you been hustling?
In comedy?
Yeah. Well, I guess in general.
The first time I did comedy was at New York Comedy Club that you were talking about. That was June 27th, 1999. But I was still in college, so I was doing shows all through college. Graduated in 2002, and that's when I had a day job and was traveling on the weekends. 2008, full time.
Nice. Were you totally hooked immediately, or how'd that come about?
Yeah. I mean, it went terribly, but I didn't realize how terrible it went. Like, I thought that I was killing.
I had the same thing.
Because back in 99, they would tape your show, and then you could, they'd give you a copy of it, but it would take them like 3 weeks to get you the tape.
Yeah.
So like that whole 3 weeks, I was like, oh, that was great. Yeah. Killed. And then it finally came, and I was like, oh, they're laughing at how terrible I am. I can hear people next to the camera be like, that's so stupid.
The dream crusher tape.
Yeah. But it was too late by then.
You had already given yourself to it?
Yeah.
Where'd the idea of just performing come from?
I always did, theater and just performing drama, speech, and all that, like, growing up, like, grade school and high school. I didn't really know where you go with it, because I don't want to say I didn't want to be an actor, but I was like, that's kind of a...
It was like a...
dream. Yeah, I was like, that's not going to happen.
It didn't seem
But then my brother was doing stand-up in New York when he was living in New York, and I came to visit him, and he was like, well you could do it too. And I was like, oh, that'd be awesome, because I like stand-up, and I did it. And I was like,
yeah. Do you remember, like, any of the stuff he talked about? Like, what was the subject matter of early Beehner?
You know what's funny is one of my next 2 Beehner's Beans episodes is going to be clips from, like, my early... I'm going to pull out some of the gems. I mean, it was just... It was abstract... and just weird, stupid. Yeah. I mean, it made no sense. It's very different than now, like where I talk about myself and it's like articulate.
Yeah.
Then it was just like dancing around, stupid, goofy. You'll see. Stay tuned to Beehner's Beans.
Did you ever do any of the fall downs? Like when someone falls down on stage?
Sure.
Oh, yeah. That's classic stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's how you know it's going to be
a lot of dancing, a lot of spinning. Singing.
If someone wants to watch Beehner Beans, where do they go?
I guess Google Beehner's Beans.
Google it.
Yeah, Google it right now.
There's Beehner's Bean Bag. Whoa, what do we have here? Hey there, did you order a pizza? Only if it's a meat lovers. Oh yeah, this pie's stuffed with meat. Then what are you waiting for? Put it in my mouth. Okay, but you're gonna have to open wide. Beans are a good source of protein.
Oh, you know what? Here's what you do. You follow on Twitter, Beehner's Bean Bag. On Twitter. Because I pretty much only post links to the new episodes as they come out. Like I don't... So if you go to @Beehner's Bean Bag... It's just all the episodes are lined up.
Spell it for me.
Wait a minute. I don't know how he spelled it. Beehner is Beehner, but I don't know if I spelled it that way on the thing. I'm going to look it up right now. This is very professional.
Yeah, it is. While you're doing that, I remember one of your earliest jokes was about that I heard.
This is going to be embarrassing when I tell you that I probably still do it.
It was about a beaner being a racist term.
Oh yeah, and how
your buddy found that out.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Neither did my buddy. Trying to get my attention across the crowded Mexican restaurant.
Yeah,
that's one of my oldest bits. But it's so true. Like every one of my family members has an experience at some point of being called Beehner in a very inappropriate place. People don't know it.
Yo, Beehner!
Yeah, exactly. Like, or trying to make a reservation. Like that's. And they don't take you seriously.
Oh boy!
All right, I looked it up. BEEHNERS BEANBAG.
All right,
Beehner's Bean Bag.
Beehner's beanbag.
On
That's
Twitter.
probably going to be written right here.
Yeah,
So,
right, cool.
probably. I don't know.
Depends how aggressive you are with your editing.
It's a lot of work, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, don't bother. I spelled it out. Who cares?
So I met you back in Milwaukee, and that's where you're from?
I'm originally from Omaha, Nebraska, but I went to Marquette for college.
Ah.
And then I eventually met my beautiful wife.
So that was a good move then.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Are you asking me if I regret my marriage? No.
Not on purpose.
Are you happy with where life is
I'm just a
taking?
terrible interviewer.
No, that's... hey,
That's
I'm a terrible guest.
Okay, so professional in 2008, you had your first child what year?
2013.
Okay. So that's 5 years. You're a pro comic for 5 years, have a kid. How does this impact your comedy?
I didn't want to start writing all about my kids when I was having kids, and I kind of didn't write a ton. I mean, most of my stuff is about my relationship with my wife, but I have stuff about kids now, and my kids, and I'm still adding just as it's part of my life. But it didn't, everyone always assumed, oh, you probably got tons of material now. It's like, no, I don't want to, no. No one gives a shit about my kids but me, so why would I, they're adorable, though.
What did I write down here? Has children changed your comedy? Yeah, we did that. Oh, you're on Letterman recently.
Oh, I should have worn my Letterman shirt.
You can go change.
No, we'll do it again. We'll do it again.
Just do it again. It's not hard.
That was highlight of my career.
Yeah. How did that come about? And were you nervous?
I've never been more nervous. I got very lucky. I don't know. I mean, I submitted myself. I didn't have a manager at the time. I sent the tape. I had referrals from comics that had done it, and the guy I submitted, I don't know, June, July, or August of 2014, and heard back pretty soon that he said he liked it a lot. He'd like to work with me on the set, get it ready for TV, and I was like, oh, that's cool. But I didn't want to get too excited because I know how it goes. Yeah. And then I didn't hear anything until the end of the year, at all. And I just kept writing maybe once a month. And then after Christmas, he had announced his retirement. I was like, it's done. I'm not going to get on. They've got everything figured out. And I just wrote again saying, Happy New Year. Hope everything's good. And he wrote back. He's like, hey, sorry, blah, blah. We had this going on with the show. Super busy. Can you talk on the phone? I was like, yeah. So he talked that afternoon. And he's like, well, you were set. It's great. We got it approved by the lawyers and the TV people. There's just a couple, tweaks of words, whatever.
Yeah.
What are you doing next weekend?
Yeah, and then you shit yourself a
like,
little bit.
Oh my god. That's great.
Yeah, man. I saw it. It was amazing. You crushed.
I did. Oh god, I did.
Yeah, so intimidating as all hell though, huh?
I mean, it was great. I was very prepared. I worked so hard on it and was very ready because I didn't want to be nervous. You can be nervous, normal nervous, but then you can also be nervous shit, I'm not prepared enough. That kind of nervous.
Right.
And so I was so ready, and I had friends came to New York. My wife, my son were in New York with me. So the day before and the day of, I was just doing New York stuff. I was just enjoying New York.
Right.
And so that kind of kept me from freaking out.
Yeah.
And then the show came. So we are at the place, and you have your own dressing room upstairs, and I'm fine. And then at the commercial break before my thing, they're like, are you going to come down and be in the green room right next to the stage? And that sounds like what's happening. Then I was like, oh, this is going to happen very soon. And then and then they take me to the curtain, and I'm just standing off stage. And that's when my heart was like, I was like, I think I'm going to die. I think I'm going to have a heart attack. And I asked the guy, I was like, I can't hear him. You have to put, he's like, oh, I'll give you a tap and a push when you got to go out there. And my mind was just racing. But I was thinking all the terrible things, but then I was I can't think about terrible things because it'll happen. So I was just like, okay, enjoy this.
Was it a quasi panic attack?
No, I mean it could have been, but I had the
Robin
wherewithal.
says your voice sounds a little squeaky at first.
You can tell when you watch it. It looks like a nervous guy walking out on stage. And my first, joke, it's very obvious. This guy is nervous, has not done this before. But I think after, I get the first laugh, it's more natural.
It's like your system is flushed.
Yeah.
You're like,
you can totally tell me walking out there. But I'm like, because I was taking it in. Everyone says, oh man, it's going to fly by. You won't remember it. You'll be like, oh my gosh, what just happened? And so I made a conscious effort to like take it in, look around, and realize I'm here. And I think that shows. Because I am like, wow, when I'm on stage.
For legal reasons, we cannot show you the video from the David Letterman performance. But as you'll notice here, in the artist's rendition, Johnny still looks nervous.
When I went back in the green room after, I never felt more just relief and just like such a good feeling. Also, just to know I didn't get bumped. Like, that was a whole thing leading up.
Gotta be nervous about that.
Yeah.
It happens to so many people. I've heard so many
stories.
I
mean, I've seen documentaries like Ray Romano. He got like bumped like 5 times before he got on. I'd get out of show business. I couldn't handle that.
Well, congratulations, man. That's fucking huge, dude.
Thank you.
Oh, boy.
You gotta try it. You gotta get on that.
I was thinking about it. I guess the only way I could do that is if I were to be able to go back in time, huh?
Time travel.
Time travel.
Let's talk about it.
What are your thoughts on time travel? Is it possible?
I don't know. I was thinking about that in the car on one of my drives. Like, I don't want to say it's impossible. I mean, you think it's a real thing?
I don't know. See, the thing about it is, it doesn't seem like time's manipulable.
I wouldn't think so. Like, I don't think, if I had to put my money on it, it's not going to happen. It's not real. You can't do that. But then I would think, like, if you told, 100 years ago, if you told people about cell phones or video conferencing,
right,
their brains would be like, that's not possible. There's no physical way. Like, you can't even imagine.
So time travel.
So maybe in
time
20
cell
years,
phone in the future.
I don't know.
I don't know. Here's the thing.
Maybe they'll be like, oh, it's just, time is just waves. If we capture those waves, or whatever however the fuck cell phones work.
Yeah. Well, the thing about it is, like, I'll watch, like, I don't know, for a guy who's not really that smart, I watch a lot of documentaries and stuff. Like, when they start talking about time, it really, like, hurts your brain a little bit. The way stuff can move slower at different speeds and stuff. Like, I don't know. Yeah. It's some weird, crazy shit.
Like in space.
Right.
Yeah, didn't someone go in space? Like, then they have a twin brother or something, and one of them aged, like, way differently?
Probably. I mean...
I didn't watch the documentary.
If you heard about it, it's probably true.
My wife read something about something, I don't know.
Here's what brings it up, man. I just saw this article. It was on the internet, about that stuff? Yeah. I'll teach you later.
Yeah, show me later.
Okay. It shows this guy at a Mike Tyson fight in the 90s.
Okay.
And it looks like he's got a smartphone recording the...
I think I saw on Facebook someone was like, time travel.
Yeah.
And it was like a little circler on the guy in the audience.
Yeah, and he's going like this, and there's a lens in the middle, and he's like recording the fight. And they're like, is this a time traveler? I'm like, why would if you can time travel, why do you got a shitty smartphone still?
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What, did you time travel from 2003? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. And also, why?
So so you clicked on the article thing?
Oh yeah, dude. I've been reading about time travel all week.
So
preparing for that.
Is it all based on this blurry photo that looks like?
It's based on this video of a guy who's clearly in some good seats.
Mm-hmm.
And he holds up this flat-looking phone.
Yeah.
Or tablet-esque. It's flat and it's got a central lens on it.
Yeah.
And they're saying this guy's a time traveler because back in the 90s, I mean, your camcorders are like those... The ones like are...
So what year exactly was that, do you think? Like late 90s? Mid 90s?
I think it was like mid 90s.
Because in 98 or 99, they had cameras that were like the size of that, or maybe a little bigger. that were, digital. It was like the first digital cameras.
Whatever. Long story short is that's not proof of shit,
Right.
You know what would be proof? Here's the thing. I had this joke that was more... It wasn't as funny as it was, like, insightful. Okay. And it goes, if we ever invent time machines, there will always have been time machines. Right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
So,
yeah.
Like, if any... There would be a time machine outside right now if we ever do it in the future.
Yeah.
It's just... Or, yeah.
So it won't happen.
So it's. I know. I hate to break the news to you, but it's impossible.
Yeah, you're right. Terrible joke. Very insightful.
Thank you. Thanks you. Hey, can you cross that out of my notebook? Fucking dick.
Burn the notebook.
And on top of that, why would you use time travel for such a meaningless thing?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, ooh.
Oh, I want to go see Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
What about fucking dinosaurs, dude?
Yeah. Or Hitler.
Yeah.
Hitler. That's the go-to. Everyone
That's the go-to.
Hitler.
I would go kill Hitler.
Yeah.
No, you won it.
Oh, I would go make out with him just for the story.
Ooh, his mustache is so tickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the go-to. Why is that the go-to? Does everybody wants to be
He did a
hero?
really bad thing. You could save a lot of lives.
Yeah, you could. That's going to change everything.
That is.
Yeah.
Who knows? If you change that, maybe time machines won't get invented.
That's
You'd be
true.
Stuck.
Oh my god, yeah. Stuck in the 40s.
I'd watch myself be birthed.
You would?
No. I don't want to see myself.
I'd push
come
my
out of
dad.
mom's.
I'd push my dad off of my mom. and then
you would just disappear
and then I would
right after you
disappear. Just like in Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Oh!
That'd be... You would want to go in the room when your parents are having sex.
You gotta coach my pops, bro.
Huh. That didn't make it better, what you just said there.
Let's warm this up, dog.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow, weird. I'm sorry. Sometimes I try to, sometimes I just try to ad-lib and it doesn't really work out.
Well, no, jerking off your dad, that's...
Hey, that's my niche.
That's what they teach
that
you. That's what they teach us at UCB,
Yeah.
You don't know where to go? Jerk off your dad.
Jerk your dad off.
Yeah.
It's closer material, really.
It is. You can't follow that. There's nothing to follow that.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
What else? What about ghosts?
I don't know about ghosts.
Do either of you guys have ghost encounter stories?
Yeah, well, I think this place might be haunted a little bit. The door keeps opening up by itself. And, not just like the wind, but, the handle. And also...
See, I'm getting a nod that this is negative information.
Okay, maybe not the handle, but I thought that would sell it better.
Oh. Okay.
It did just open, though. It went...
So now you just ruined all credibility.
It was a windy day, but also... But here's the big one.
Yes.
I woke up the other day, the frying pan that was in, the dish drainer...
Yeah.
On the floor, dude. Upside down.
So maybe it fell off the counter?
No. It was picked up off the counter angrily.
Uh-huh.
Thrown onto the floor in anger because this is possibly an Indian burial ground.
I now believe in ghosts after hearing that story.
Cat! So we're probably coming
how many cataways do you think we've done this episode?
We're probably coming out of one right now. I have a feeling we're coming out of one right now.
Cool.
I had to invent it because I would get into these weird conversations with people that would go nowhere. And, I guess the whole point of the show is to be funny. And sometimes... Cat! When did you know this was something you were good at? Oh, when did you know that comedy you were good at comedy? When did you know, it was clicking? Because, I'll be honest, all joking aside, you're fucking hilarious, dude.
Oh, thank you.
You're powerful to watch on stage. You just own it.
Well, thank you. To answer your question, I think the Safe House days, which you missed, right?
I missed it altogether.
Yeah. It was great because it was every Thursday we go in Milwaukee. We do the Safe House, and it was a good crowd. We'd get decent crowds because it's a tourist trap. We get the Safe House. People like the gimmick of it.
Yeah. And
then we also had regulars, but every Thursday I would go, and I knew all the comics that were all my friends: Michael D, Tyler, Patrick, Brian Green, Scott Tillane, all those guys, and so it was so easy to do and exciting to do new material And Tony Miller, was the greatest. He ran it, and he, give everyone a shot. But just to do new material and get Brian Green, it's very intimidating to laugh.
Yeah.
And hear his laugh in the back of the room. It's I'm a funny person,
right.
I made the cool kid laugh.
Yeah, the Safe House days are legend. I missed all of that. When I came up, there was Rounding Third, and there was the once a month at Comedy Sports, which got canceled after the first time I did it. No connection to me.
Right.
It was Kyle Juarez.
Right. I was just gonna say I heard that it was Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then after the Safe House, the wife of the owner decided to put a kibosh on it for whatever reason. Tony moved it to the Broadway Skylight Theater or something.
Huh.
It's where Theater X was, I think. And that was good. I mean, it was not the same. We did it there for a while before it ended. But yeah, it was... I miss those days.
The grind, huh? There's something about getting comfortable in a room. There was some rooms in New York. Here's the thing: you had to pay to get up at certain rooms in New York, which I really didn't like. But I would get so comfortable, and people were it was a warm room. A lot of New York City rooms are cold, but so I would get used to these rooms. I would see the same people, and that would force you to do new stuff because you're oh, these guys know all this shit.
Yeah. That's
so,
I like that.
So you might have a wobbly premise, and you go up on stage, and you're writing it in the moment, and it's more real because you're not relying on your writing skills, and you're not, nothing's edited or filtered.
Yeah.
It's just from
it's just you being you,
brain to mouth, and I'd love that stuff, man. It's
that's totally what the Safe House was. Is you see the same people, and you're performing for the comics. It's just that it was like a weekly hangout with the comics. It was great.
Okay.
Cat. Oh, this question.
Oh, you don't want to go down?
I feel like a schmuck because if I do a podcast, and even when people ask me so what's
cat? I don't know, man. I mean, for me personally, I feel sometimes the pressure gets put on me because sometimes I'll live in a vacuum of comedy. Sometimes it seems like everything's falling into place. I'm constantly getting booked, and then other times it's people won't return my calls, or places I would have featured at will offer me MC gigs, and I'm am I going backwards?
Yeah, I don't know. I just want to be able to do stand up, and hopefully being in LA and just meeting people will lead to opportunities.
I think so.
Disorganized plan.
Yeah. Well, I mean, go up, you crush. People pay attention.
Every time.
You never had a bad one, huh?
No.
Cat.
You should Photoshop a little wiener coming up.
I could totally do that. Shit, I feel like we lost momentum on this question. Cat. How do you keep from getting burnt out? You don't drink too much. You don't party too much.
No.
Did you ever do that in the early days?
No, I won't drink. I mean, actually, I had 3 beers last night at the...
Busted.
What's it called? The Madhouse. But that's because you get...
Free drinks.
Free drinks.
Yeah, I know.
But that's not why, because I get free drinks. You get free drinks most places. If you work at a club, you get free drinks. And I will almost never drink because...
Get you sloppy?
No, because I know this sounds terrible. This is a terrible message, but why have two? If I'm going to drink,
get wasted.
I want to drink, and I know I'm not going to drink. I'm not going to get drunk at a club because I got to drive, and it's just why would I get drunk by myself? Yeah. But if I'm working at the comedy cafe, or I'm close to home, or I'm with a lot of friends. Then I will. Okay. But that's just so rare. When we're working the road, it's just so rare that you're with a bunch of... Yeah. So I don't... And I know, our career, comedy is so conducive to the lifestyle of drinking a ton.
Exactly.
And I don't want to... I just don't want to fall into a trap where I can't get out. Yeah. So I just don't do it.
I was in that trap.
There you go.
I mean, I'm pushing 7 years, and so... When people ask me about it, I'm it's like having an open bar for 7 years. You know what I mean? It's a little much. I mean, even the days, like, people come, you have a good set, people come up and they want to get you drunk.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't happen in a lot of businesses. You know?
Right, yeah. Good proposal, Phil. Can I get you a shot?
Yeah. So, yeah, totally. I'm an alcoholic.
Well,
see,
okay.
But we have a different... Cat!
I have never, like, I've gone on stage drunk
Yeah.
maybe once or twice. And, like, I once being paid, like, at the Skyline, I was working with Chad Daniels, and he was a party animal.
Yeah.
And so he was, like, forcing, we're doing shots, we're doing this. And in the middle of my set, I was just like, I don't know what is in a snake bite. And I was just, like, asking, because I, like, totally was out of my act, and I was like, I'm drunk. What's going on? What are in those shots? And it was just like, it's just, I'm not, I can't, my brain doesn't let me perform that way.
Yeah, I've had a couple bad ones like that. I guess this conversation started with stay away from that stuff, right? For the most part.
Yeah, I guess I don't remember.
I don't know.
It was so long ago. Only we could time travel back to it.
Yeah. Well, let's travel back to the beginning of this interview and start over, okay?
Okay.
Cool. All right, hey, that was...
I'm Johnny Beehner. I'm the guest.
This is Johnny Beehner, the guest, and we're just starting a whole new episode. Actually, no, that's it. If people
Season 2! Off with a bang!
All right, if people want to find you, where should they go?
They should go to johnnybeehner.com, BEEHNER, johnnybeehner.com, or my new fan page on Facebook, which I put off starting for years.
Did you just start one?
I started one maybe a month or two ago.
I just started one last week. Going pro, bro.
Yeah, going pro.
We're gonna be pro.
I don't know how you find that one versus my personal page.
Just search Johnny Beehner. It'll be probably the second one, the less popular one.
The one where my profile picture has a bunch of credits on it, and not me and my daughter.
Right.
And then Twitter, Johnny Comic. Just follow at Johnny Comic.
And also Beehner's Beanbag.
That's right.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. That's it for the Low Budget Show. Join us next time where our guest is going to be the homeless lady who has taken refuge right here at Local 682. We'll talk to you later. Bye. Boo!